My dearest Travelista, come on in here, come on in here. Listen, so I promise you guys that in this season, we're going to laugh. So, welcome to the podcast. I am your host, Tyra Andre. In this episode, we're going to talk about that time that I thought I was going to die while skydiving. Okay. Okay. Let's jump right in. Okay. So maybe about 4 years ago, my niece was turning 18 years old. And so I wanted to give her an experience of a lifetime. Okay. And so, I also wanted to do it too, because, at the time I had a fear of heights. And so she had zero clue what I was planning. And, I actually think she had hinted before that she had wanted to go skydiving. And so, like I said, she had zero clue what I was going to do. So I'm her aunt. She trusts me, right? So, it was, the weekend after her birthday. And, this was the time where I was a full-time clinical laboratory scientist and I was working overnight. So I got off of work at about 12 o'clock. I had our reservations for maybe about 1:30. She was already at my house. The babysitter was already there. And so we're pumped. So, for her birthday, I got her a personalized Bible. And then I also got her, the tickets to go skydiving. So, I recorded it. I lost the recording. I don't know where it is, but, I was having her, read through her card. And then at the end of it, it had the skydiving tickets. So she was super, super stoked about skydiving. So we get there and, we get all suited up. The suit was really nice. It was like a purple and pink, two of my favorite colors. And so we're all super excited. She was excited. I was excited. And so we're going to be doing tandem skydiving. And so that's where someone who has skydived like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, like they're an instructor, they did this, like they can do this with their eyes closed. So they're on your back and you're kind of attached to them. We're doing tandem skydiving. So both of us had our own instructor that we're attached to. And so, we did, we also bought the package where, it was recorded. And so I remember before we actually skydived, he was like, hey, he was doing a recording. Hey, you guys excited? I was like, oh yeah. Of course we're excited. He was, it's like, you got kids, right? He was like, no. And I'm like, oh gosh, whatever, let's go. And so the video is so super cool. I'm actually going to link it in the description. But we get on the airplane to go up. Everybody's all lined up. And, it was our turn to walk on. This is all recording. So we both get on, and so we have to go to 10,000 feet, you guys, 10,000 feet. So, I mean, I've never did this before, so I know that 10,000 feet is a lot, but let's do it. This is like once in a lifetime. Keyword once in a lifetime. So like, okay, let's do it. So we're in the airplane. It's maybe about 10, 15 people that's in there. And so my instructor starts strapping himself to my suit. He's getting, us all strapped in together so that we're attached. And then, he's like recording. He's recording and he's like, are you ready? You guys, we're at like 5,000 feet already. And so the houses look like dots. They look like dots. And so he's recording. He's like, are you ready? And in my head, I'm like, oh, bleepity bleep, bleep. I don't know. Why am I up here? What am I doing? So I turn to the right and look at my niece and she's like, why? She was saying, why? We were so excited about this. The both of us were so very excited about this. And then we're at 5,000 feet. In my head, I was like, can I turn around? Like, this is, I don't know, What happened? Okay. 5,000 feet. I'm like, can I turn around? In my head, I was like, oh, can I turn around? But I didn't say it out loud. And, he was like, are you ready? I'm like, I don't know. He was like, well, somebody better figure it out soon. And so, we still got 5,000 more feet to go, you guys. So we're going all the way up. My niece is looking a mess at this point. I am just like in shock that this is actually happening, even though I wanted to do this. And we get to 10,000 feet, you guys. Then the door opens. They're like, who wants to go first? Who's going first? And so I think my niece was like, oh, I'll go first. I'll go first. I don't want to see her jump out and then get nervous. So my niece goes to the edge, and they're counting. You guys, don't be fooled. They count to 3, but they jump at 2. Okay, I want to let you guys know that. And so she's jumped out of the airplane, and so soon it's our turn. And then, so, we scoot to the edge, and, then he's doing the whole count to 3 thing. You guys, we jumped at 2. We jumped at 2. And I just closed my eyes so tight. My eyes were so closed. I mean, they were closed so tight. And, we were just like flowing, through the air. I know many of you guys have been on roller coasters, and that drop, when you take that drop, that feel that's in your stomach, you guys, it wasn't even there. That feeling was not there. And I was so very surprised by this. It wasn't there. It kind of felt like I was floating, and it was like the weirdest thing. Like, I'm falling, but I don't have that falling feeling, And so I finally got brave enough to open up my eyes. We had goggles on our faces, and I'm glad I did, because I had contacts in and stuff too. And I think I had my Invisalign in at the time. I was afraid that my Invisalign braces were gonna fly out my mouth, because it's just like a bunch of wind. But like I said, I finally got brave enough to open up my eyes, and I opened up my eyes, and you guys, it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. And so, he starts recording, how do you feel? And I'm just like, I don't know. I just want to, get on the ground, I just want to get on the ground. And so, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm afraid of heights. And I remember saying, on the other side of fear is greatness. And you guys, this is so true. I was so afraid, right before jumping out of the airplane. I was terrified. Like, even before, jumping out of the airplane back at home, before we went there, I put my wheel and stuff, in a spot where it can be found. I kissed my daughter goodbye. I'm like, conquering fears. Like, I'm all about conquering fears. And so I was like, this is crazy. Why am I doing this? But, I wanted to really show her that, my niece, that absolutely anything is possible. If you can make it through jumping out of an airplane and surviving, you can absolutely do anything that you set your mind to. And so that was the goal, of that whole trip. If you can do this, you can do anything. And I wanted her to, really see that, because that's something huge. Jumping out of an airplane, like, whew, like I said, I had a fear of heights. I am no longer afraid of heights. I can tell you that. No longer afraid of heights. And so back to, actually, being in the sky, it was so beautiful, so very beautiful. He recorded, and then he let me take hold of the parachute. He let the parachute out, and it kind of like, jerked us back just a little bit, just like a little slight jerk. But he finally let me, kind of soar, and it was so beautiful, you guys. It was the most beautifulest thing that, I've ever seen. As I said, I didn't even have that dropping feeling, in my stomach, or, when you drop, in a roller coaster, that was not even there. And so I'm not even sure how long it took us to get to the ground, but it felt like a very, very long time. But oh my gosh, you guys, I can say that when I got touched down on the ground, I kissed the ground. Like, I was so happy to be back on the ground, and I was so happy to have survived. But that experience really made me feel unstoppable, like I can do anything. And so skydiving was really instrumental in my life, and how hard I run, because I honestly feel like if I can skydive and survive, I know the odds are, what the odds are, but if I can skydive and survive, then it's all uphill from there. Like, it was an amazing experience, I must say. Now, will I do it again? No, I say it once in a lifetime, that's totally a once in a lifetime event. I don't think that I'll ever skydive again, but I had fun. Now, I do other adventurous stuff. I do stuff. Well, I plan stuff and, don't really think it's going to be crazy until I'm there and about to do it, such as, when we were in Mexico. And so the tour package included, parks and notes, and they said, oh, zip lining. I'm like, oh, okay, baby zip line, and, it was safe for, little ones. And we got up there and we're like, holy crap, can we turn around? They're like, oh no, it's only one way down. You got to go through 5 zip lines. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And so, she was on with, she was excited. She's like, yeah, let's go. I'm like, my baby's more excited than me. I was like, okay, let's go. And so she was strapped to my back. And then one time she was strapped in the front. So we did it like 5 different times, but that was also a beautiful experience. Now, would I zip line again? Probably yes. Jumping out of an airplane? Absolutely not. Like, it was an amazing experience, but that is totally a once in a lifetime experience. I mean, if you're afraid of heights, I really think that that'll get rid of your fear of heights really, 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 really fast. But I wasn't really sure if I was going to make it out of that or not, but I did, you guys, I did. It's been like 3-4 years later and I'm here, I'm on fire. But that was my experience from jumping out of an airplane. My niece loved it. I ask her about it all the time. She remembers it. And so, that was a really, really good 18th birthday experience for her, and a good experience for me as well. Like I said, I probably won't be doing that again, but what an amazing experience it was. I kissed the ground. I don't think she kissed the ground, but I personally did. I was happy to have my happy little feet back on the ground, and just 10,000 feet is not really for me, honey. Like, the houses were dots at 5,000 feet. So that was my story of jumping out of an airplane and how I thought I was going to die, or could have died while I was jumping out of the airplane. But listen, you guys, I didn't die. I did not die. It lit a fire under my butt, and I'm on fire like never before. So if you guys have any questions about, any other questions about my skydiving experience, just ask me. I want to know, did you guys skydive before? Have you guys ever skydived before? What was your experience? Would you do it again? Text me 813-GO1FLY2. That's 813-461 3592, or you can email me at info@mommyandwetravels.com. But I had an amazing skydiving experience, but honey, nope, not doing it again. I gotta go over hell and high water to do it again. I'm not doing it. Okay. So that is going to wrap up this episode. Like I said, this season, we are going to have fun. We are going to laugh. And this is just going to be on a totally different level. Until our very next episode, I'll talk to you later. Bye, Travelista. Bye.